Welcome to another edition of the Tell Like It Is radio podcast. And I'm your host, Ro Clark. And on this segment, I'll be covering the NFL Week 2. And the first game I want to start off with were the Houston Texans and the Cincinnati Bengals. I like Deshaun Watson. And this is my first time getting a chance to watch him play at a professional level. And I was really impressed. He looked like a rookie. Well, he is a rookie. He looked like an actual rookie early on. But at the same time, the mistakes that he was making, he didn't let the mistakes affect his game and affect his confidence. He kept his composure, and he ended up making big plays despite Geno Atkins landing a big hit on Deshaun Watson. He hit this kid so hard late in the second quarter. I was just like, damn. Like, I'm surprised. And Deshaun Watson jumped right back up. So he's a tough little cookie. Then Deshaun Watson, he came back with a 49-yard rush touchdown that put the Texans up 10-3. And like he was just doing his thing. It's like whatever mistake Watson made, or whatever Geno Atkins and the Cincinnati Bengals defense did to stop him, he had an answer for. Anthony Hopkins, he had a field day against Pac-Man Jones. Pac-Man Jones just couldn't do nothing with the kid. And I feel as though Anthony Hopkins has one of the best hands, if not the best hands, in the NFL. Sorry, Larry Fitzgerald, but this kid is special. So congrats on the Houston Texans with their victory over the Cincinnati Bengals 13-9. Next game, I want to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Eagles versus their former head coach, Andy Reid. So, it was a tough game to watch. It was really boring, low-scoring game. The first half just sucked. It was terrible. Especially with Sproles. He lost the ball after being leveled by James Winchester on a punt return right before halftime. That kind of sucked the momentum out the Eagles going into the half. Then Kareem Hunt, this kid came out of nowhere. He had another great week. Kareem Hunt scored the first touchdown of a 53-yard run late in the third quarter. This kid is special. Then Kelsey, this guy hurdled over the Eagles defense for a touchdown after a nice, clever shovel pass from Smith, and that put That put Kansas City up 20-13. Then Kareem Hunt, once again, he backpedaled, fought for a little bit of yards, needed to get into the end zone for another touchdown. And Chiefs just ran away with this victory, man. Eagles were just not looking too good this week, and they fell to 1-1. And Chiefs walked away with the victory by a touchdown, 27-20. Another game, Oakland versus the New York Jets. Derek Carr looking sharp. He lobbed the pass to Crabtree for the first touchdown in the game. Crabtree had 2 touchdowns before the half. He was out there just killing New York secondary. 2 minutes before the half, Raymond dropped the ball after the punt, which was recovered by the Raiders. Who recovered? I think it was Halton near the goal line. And you know what happened after that when you're in the 1-yard line, in the goal line. Something that the Seattle Seahawks should have done against Tom Brady that one year in the Super Bowl, huh? Hint. They handed the ball off to beast mode, and they got their touchdown. He ran it in the end zone. Crabtree, like I said, he had a field day. He finished the game. He finished the day off with 3 touchdowns, and the Raiders won big, 45-20. Oakland Raiders are 2-0. The Oakland Raiders are 2-0, and they are 2-0 for the first time in 15 years. Wow, that's amazing. And it looks like Marshawn Lynch is just having a freaking great time, man. He's happy to be playing football, happy to be playing for his hometown, happy to be playing the black and silver. Next game, Denver and Dallas. Denver versus Dallas, Americans freaking team. Emmanuel Sanders and Dez Bryant scored the first touchdown of the games for the teams. Dak Prescott targeted Dez late in the third quarter, which the ball hit Dez right in the hands and bounced into the arms of Harris. And Harris recorded his 15th career pick. And it's fair enough to say that Zeke Elliott did not bring his game or his appetite. He only had 9 carries, finished with 8 yards. Denver defense was all over Dak. Denver defense was all over Dez. Denver's defense was all over Zeke. And Denver just won huge. Dak had throw a late game red zone NO to Talib, and he returned it for a 103-yard NO touchdown. That's just how Dallas freaking day just won. It was terrible. Last but not least, my last recap: Atlanta and Green Bay. It was a long day at the office for Rodgers and the Packers as they went down to the Falcons, 34-23. Green Bay just didn't look sharp at all. Other scores: Baltimore beat the Cleveland Browns 24-10. Carolina beat the Buffalo Bills 9-3. Another boring game. Arizona beat Indianapolis 16-13 in overtime. Tennessee over Jacksonville 37-16. New England over New Orleans 36-20. Pittsburgh over Minnesota 26-9. Tampa Bay over Chicago 29-7. Miami over the Chargers 19-17. Washington over the Rams 27-20. And Seattle over San Francisco 12-9. And with that being said, let's go to last night actions of our Monday night football game.